morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be switching things up yet again. I've got a all-white pair of Nikes that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to get into it pretty shortly here, but I ended up going with an all-white pair of Air Legacies. Originally I wanted to work on a pair of Air Force Ones, but I kind of made a quick game time decision and went with the Air Legacies. Size 9, and these are going to be up for grabs when I do finish them up. So should be a fun day. Excited to get going on this, and we'll check back here in a second. Alright, you guys, so I was able to get in, and I wanted to do something cool to the actual Nike bag that it came in. So I had started to kind of trick that out. I've got it to a pretty good stage now, and I'm gonna switch over to working on these shoes for a while, and eventually once I wrap these guys up, I'll be able to hop back and probably try and do both sides of this bag just to, you know, spice things up a little bit. So like I said, I'm going with a pair of all white Air Legacies. I originally did want to do the Air Force Ones, but after, you know, taking a closer look on the shoe, I've done some Air Force Ones previously, and what's different about those is that they don't give you a ton of space really to work with and work on. What I liked about these Air Legacies is that definitely you've got the swoosh a little bit up higher, obviously a different style of shoe, different seams that you're working with here, and overall just a better amount of space to work with. What caught my eye is definitely this space down in here, as well as you know, how easy and smooth the leather is around the sides, and you know, you've got these kind of cool lines. So overall, I'm no major sneakerhead, but these should come out pretty cool, and just wanted to give you guys a little heads up as to why I didn't go with Air Force Ones and chose to go with these. So when it comes to supplies for what I'll be using today, I know a lot of other artists out there. You'll see a lot of people that, you know, like to customize shoes, like to work on leather and stuff like that. But what's really important is that, you know, you're not just taking any acrylic paint or you know, water-based paint and just slapping it on there. It obviously does look cool, but you want to make sure that you're using something that's super permanent and not going to go anywhere with some wear and tear. So what I like to go with anytime I'm working on leather is anything that is specifically made for leather. So this is a high gloss paint. It's like I said, made specifically for leather. This stuff, it's not too expensive. You can order it in offline, but specifically made for leather, which is good. And what it does is it acts well, and it permeates down into this leather surface really well, rather than just using an acrylic paint or something that's going to sit on top of here and easily be kind of scratched or moved off. This paint is some ink that is really useful, in that it's going to permeate down into the actual leather itself, so that it can really harden and dry and stay there. So that's a quick tip on the actual ink I'll be using. I'm going to start with black. Anytime, you know, I'm working, especially on a white shoe, I just like to keep things pretty plain and simple and go with a black on white, and that's going to start things off, help me to kind of create some of my lines on where I want to be. And once I get a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do here, I'll be able to make that decision on whether I want to go back in and add color to it. I've also picked up a bunch of new brushes here, as you can see in the top left corner over here. But yeah, always good to make sure you're using something nice and clean. These are nice that these are brand new, you know, nice brushes. You want to keep things clean and simple, but these, you know, these are really they have a longer bristle bunch to them, which is awesome. That enables, you know, you really to kind of get in there and not have the pressure you're applying kind of smush those bristles in. So got some new brushes I'll be working with, all sorts of different sizes and shapes, but you really want to make sure you're using something that's nice and sharp and clean. Alright guys, so that's kind of a quick overview on what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to be working and kind of the decisions I made to get me to this point. So I'm going to stop talking now, and it's time to get to work for a bit. So I'm going to work for a while, try and get things to a good spot, and you know, we'll check back in. And then one last thing I'm going to throw in here is that, you know, what's cool about shoes is yeah, you can definitely make sure that you're mirroring concepts from one shoe to the next, but I always like to make sure that everything is, you know, its own piece of art. And so that's why I'm going to work on this side first, and then when I do hop over to this right foot shoe, I'll be able to kind of decide what I want to do on that, and just kind of differentiate the two shoes. But other than that, here we go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Alright guys, so I was able to get a pretty good jump start on this pair here. Things started out pretty good. I was, you know, it's hard to try and to film while you're working and trying to concentrate on something, and you know, making sure I can get the camera at a good point that is kind of out of the way and you know, allows me to get in and work is always important. So it took a minute to do that, but overall feeling good about this start. I was able to kind of lay out where I wanted some of the sky and you know, clouds to start, and kind of pull them from the front of the shoe all the way up and over, and then work the character into the Nike sign here on the back. So overall good start. It's looking, I don't know whether I'll have to get back in with a second coat of this, but overall pretty pleased with the start here. So I'm going to take a break for a while, and that's going to end it for session 1, day 1. But I'm thinking I'll probably sometime later tonight I'll get back into working on these, and definitely want to balance, you know, the white and the black. So might work my way to the front just a little bit more and the back just a little bit more, but we'll see what I'm going to do, or if I want to add anything on the inside. But overall good start, and you know, we'll catch you soon here. Alright guys, so we're back now for day 2, session 2 on these Nikes. So far so good, and like I'd kind of previously talked about, I'm going to keep these going in black and white. I'd thought about getting in with some color, but I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is just save some color for some future projects. Get, you know, another couple versions of these type of shoes going, probably some different actual styles, but I'll save the color for a later date. So here we go, and stay tuned. We'll check back here in a second. right, guys, so we're back here for the third and hopefully final session on these shoes. Everything's been going good so far. Still keeping everything white and black. I decided to get on and work the inside of each of the shoes. And pretty much all I have left is just to clean up a couple spots and do the inside of the right shoe still. So overall, everything's going good, and we'll check back in hopefully when we got everything wrapped up. Here we go. Alright guys, so I was able to get in and finish everything up that I wanted to. Obviously, you know, when it does come to shoes, you can go crazy and I could probably cover the entire surface, but I'm not going to. I wanted to kind of keep things in balance, and I feel like I was able to do that pretty well. So the next stage here is that we're going to be meeting up with my buddy AZ, and we're gonna do a little product shoot for these. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you here shortly. All right, guys, so we're here with my good buddy Adam, also known as AZ585 on Instagram. If you don't follow him, you definitely should. So we're up here by the market. We've got the shoes, and we're gonna take some product shots. I'm gonna do a little BTS work here, and we're gonna let Adam shoot some rounds. So hang in there, and we'll catch you here in a second. Alright, you guys, so overall, great little session there. We were able to get a lot of good kind of final shots of these shoes. Really appreciate everybody watching this video. Great time making everything, and everything went well. So other than that, be sure to check out my Instagram at the Ryan Martin Collection, and my website too, ryanmartincollection.com. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Certainly helps me out, and also like and share this video. Other than that, guys, appreciate your time, and stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.